This one is for AI content creators. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to build an automation that will automatically write text prompts from a series of screenshot images. You can load it up with a bunch of different screenshots, run the automation, and the automation will generate text prompts for every single screenshot image you load in there. Saves a lot of time trying to write out your text prompts. The automation will create a new Google Doc, so you can edit the doc, copy and paste all of those new prompts into whatever image generation tool you want. MidJourney, Leonardo, whatever you prefer. And so before we get into the build, I will show you how this one works. I went and took some screenshots and they just plopped right down here onto my desktop. I'm going to go ahead and drop these 3 screenshots into my screenshot drop folder. Then I'm going to click this button, which will run the automation and create those text prompts from those images. Once the automation is finished, a new folder will pop up into this new prompts folder. So I'll open up this folder and here we got our new prompts. These are the original screenshots, so we can use them again as references. This was the new Google Doc that was created. Here are the 3 new prompts. The automation created a title and named it and wrote out those 3 unique prompts for each of those screenshot images. And just to test out one of these prompts, I'll probably try out this one. Copy it. I think I want to let DALL-E give it a shot. So I'll jump over to ChatGPT and I just told ChatGPT what we're doing here. So I'll paste in that prompt, generate it. And here's the generated image that is actually not bad for DALL-E. And one more thing before we start on this build, if you want to check out my brand new school community, I'll have all of my templates available for free. You can jump over there, join the group, and you'll have access to all of my templates and tips and instructions on how to set up all of the automations. I'll put the link for that down in the description of this video. Otherwise, let's get into the build. All right, so if you have some experience with automation, go ahead and skip this part. Otherwise, the first thing you're gonna need to do is come to my website. It is called sleepyseamonster.com/digital-toolbox. We'll bring you to the relevant webpage where you will find a list of all my tools. We're going to use this one right here called Make. Click on that. In Make, you can create your free account. I'm going to go ahead and sign in to my account. And this is my actual make.com account. First thing we need to do is come up here to create new scenario. Straight away, come up here and let's name this. You can name it whatever you want. I'll name mine Screenshot Prompt Writer. Come down here, click Save, and we need to set up our first module. The first module is going to be a webhook. Down here in the search bar, you can just type in webhook, and we want a custom webhook. Now we can click Add and name it. I'm going to name mine Screenshot Prompt Writer Demo and click Save. Let's click OK. Now we have our first scenario started. Let's move on to the next module. We can click the plus, drag it out. The next module we want is Google Drive. We want to search for files or folders. You're going to need to set up your Google Drive connection here. Click this Add button and follow the online help to set up your Google connection. Then we can navigate to the actual Google Drive folder. So let's go take a look at my Google Drive. This is my drive, and in my drive, I have a folder called Automation Dump. Inside Automation Dump, I have a folder called Screenshot Drop. Let's jump back into Make, and I can navigate to that folder in my drive, choose a folder, Automation Dump, and inside of Automation Dump, I have a Screenshot Drop. Now we want to retrieve files. We don't need to search, and we can set the limit to 10. This is the number of screenshots that you can load up in here and have them written out as prompts. Click OK, and we could add the next module. Click the plus, drag it out. We're going to add Google Drive. Download those files. Download a file. Use the same Google Drive connection. We can enter in the file manually, and the file ID is going to be the file ID. Click in here. It'll come up with a list of options. We want this file ID. Click OK. Next module, click the plus, drag it out. We're going to use Google Drive one more time, and we are going to move a file or folder, same Google connection, my drive. I want to move a file, and the file ID, click in there, is going to be the file ID from the last Google Drive module. Click that, new folder, and so we can navigate to that new folder. Let's take a look at my Google Drive. I want to move my files from my screenshot drop. Let's go back to my drive. I have a folder called Google Docs, and in my Google Docs, I have a screenshot image prompts folder. This is where I want all of those original screenshots to be moved to. Let's go back into Make. We need to find that new folder, Google Docs, screenshot image prompts. Click OK. And we're going to add an optional module right here. So I'll just make some space, drag this out, right click on this route and add a module. This will be Google Drive. We want to create a folder. Same Google connection. I want to find a location for this folder. Create this folder in my Google Docs, screenshot image prompts folder. I'll name the folder New Prompts, then stamp it with the date and time of this creation. So let's come over here to this calendar looking button, and we can say right now when this is created, stamp this date and time. Click OK. I'll hit the auto align button down here. And now we have a new folder where we can put in the screenshots and the new image prompt document to keep things organized. So we actually need to move those screenshots into that new folder. So when we move a file or folder, let's come into this module. We need to add that new folder that is being created. So we need to click this map button. After all of the characters here, type in a slash on the keyboard, and we could find that new folder. Let's scroll down in the list, and we want to come to that first Google module to create a folder. And we'll enter in that folder ID. Click this option right here. Then click OK. We can move on to the next module. This will be in the Flow Control Array Aggregator. For the source module, we want to select that Search for Files and Folders Google Drive module here and click OK. We can set up the next module. It's going to be ChatGPT. We want to analyze images. We're going to be using ChatGPT Vision to analyze the screenshots coming through and write some prompts for us. So click that. Set up a new connection, click Add. We can name the connection, name it whatever you want. Now we need our API key. Click on this link right here, and you can log in or set up your account. I'm going to log in. So here I am in the ChatGPT playground. I'm going to jump over to the dashboard, API keys section, and I'm going to create new secret key. Let's name the key, make connection. You'll need to set up your project and then click create secret key. This will generate your API key. You can click copy, come back into make, and paste that API key right here. Now we need the organization ID. Click this link, and in your organization settings, you'll see your ID right here. Mine is blurred out. I'm going to copy that. And before we leave this page, we'll come over to billing, and you'll need to throw a couple credits in here. Just a few bucks will do the job, and that will last you quite a long time with the ChatGPT 4.0 mini model. Let's jump back into make, paste that organization ID right here, then click save. That'll set up your new connection. We can fill out the rest of this module. The prompt, you can copy what I have here. Now for the images, we'll click the map button, click into there, and we'll add the full array of screenshots. For the model, we'll choose the 4.0 mini. And for max tokens, just leave it blank. We can delete that out, then click OK. Let's name this module. Right click on it, rename. We'll name it to Analyze Screenshots. We can create a new module. It's going to be ChatGPT. We want to create a completion. Now, I just want to point out that this module is actually completely optional. This is just for filing purposes. If you want to keep track of these Google Docs that get created, this will create a title for that Google Doc. So you can, at a glance say, these are the prompts that are in this document. I just like to name everything so that I can have a visual, a quick reference on what's actually in there. So this is creating a title for the new document that will be created, but you do not need this step. Choose your same connection here And for the model, the 4.0 mini, add a message. First message will take on the role of an assistant. For the message content, you can copy what I have here. Click add message. For the role, we'll take on the role of the user. And for the message content, you can copy what I have here. Then I'll hit enter on the keyboard a couple times. We need to get that text that ChatGPT will read and write a title from. The text we needed to read is the result from the first ChatGPT module. For max tokens, we can just say 0 and click OK. Rename this module, create title. We can create the next module. This is Google Docs. We want to create a document. Let's set up a connection, click add, you can name it screenshot demo, sign in with Google, choose your account, click continue, click allow. Now we have our new connection with Google Docs. Name this document. And again, just to keep track of things, I will name this new screenshot prompts. We can give it the title that was created from ChatGPT. So I'll put a space right here, hit space on the keyboard. We want the result from ChatGPT. I'll put another space and I'll put the created time from that first module. We'll add that into the title just so we can keep track of these documents. Now for the content, this is going to be the title, the result from the last module. Then I'm going to put some line breaks in here. So I'll come up to this letter A and say new line 1, 2, 3. I just like to space everything out. And then we'll add in the prompts that ChatGPT wrote. We'll come back to the star and we'll get that result from that first ChatGPT module. Now we need to choose where this document is getting created. So I'll say my drive, Google Docs, screenshot image prompts. And now I want to add this new Google Doc to that same folder that was created in this step right here. So click this map button, add a slash at the end of these characters and grab that folder ID right here. Click OK. And we are set up. There's one more thing we need to do. Come into the array aggregator, set the target structure type to the ChatGPT images. We'll set this one to image file. And now we'll get those Google Drive downloaded files. And click OK. All right, if you still got a red bubble here, just come back into the array aggregator, click OK one more time. Most importantly, come down here and save. That is the finished automation. We actually need to go take some screenshots to throw in here and get this thing running. I'm just going to take some screenshots. I grabbed a few and they just plopped down here on my desktop so I can drop them into my screenshot drop folder to get this thing kicked off. I'm going to show you how to create these items so you can run this automation from your desktop. So the easiest way is to just add a shortcut to your Google Drive folder in your file navigator. I'm on a Mac, so I'm using Finder. And so I have my actual Google Drive folder right here. And you can see in my Google Drive, all of the same folders. So then we just want to make a shortcut to these folders. That shortcut, I'll plop it down on the desktop right there. I have the screenshot image prompts folder. I'll make a shortcut to that folder and plop it down on my desktop. And there we go. So the next thing we need is this button right here to run the automation. Let's jump back into May and we'll click on the webhook, copy this, click OK. Come up to a new browser window and paste that webhook into a new browser window. I'll just hit enter. This will pop up saying the webhook was accepted. Now we just need to make a shortcut on the desktop to this URL right here. So I'll add this as a shortcut to my desktop, plunk it down right there. Now we have that webhook link as a button. That is it. All we have to do is drop these screenshots into the drop folder, click this button, and all of that new stuff will pop up into this folder right here. Let's give it a shot. Let's go back into Make and flip on the automation. I'll come down here, flip it on, click save. I'll back out so we can watch this run. Back to the desktop. I'll drop these images into my screenshot drop folder. Make sure you wait for these to finish uploading to Google Drive before you click this button. So my 3 images are in there. I'll click on the button, jump back into Make. We can watch it run through all 3 screenshots. Now they're in ChatGPT, analyzing them. And now that Google Doc is being written, the Google Doc is finished. Back to my desktop, and inside of my shortcut folder, we've got the new folder that was created called New Prompts. Inside of this folder, we've got the 3 original screenshot images we can use again as references. We've got the new document. Here is our new document. We've got a nice title here. You can see it was named like this with the date stamped on there, and the 3 separate text prompts for each of those images. Pretty cool stuff. So I'll test out one of these, and I'll actually test it out in ChatGPT. We kind of set it up with MidJourney in mind, and you could obviously take it over to MidJourney, set all your parameters, and use these prompts inside of MidJourney or any other image generation tool. So just as an example, I'll just copy number 2 here, the lush, vibrant interior, copy that and come over to ChatGPT. I'm just going to let ChatGPT know what I'm doing right here and go ahead and paste in that prompt. And DALL-E has created an incredible image for us here from that text prompt. And that is it for this one. Congratulations on your new prompt writer and making it through to the end of this video. So as I mentioned, I'm going to put all of these templates up on my new school community. If you jump over there, join the community, you'll have access to all these templates for free. If you are truly interested in learning how to make automations, how to build stuff out and start innovating new ideas on your own, I highly recommend working from a template. In case you run into any errors down the line working through these automations, you'll have my template right there. You can refer to it, see what's going on, and fix your automation so that you can start creating cool new stuff on your own. I'll put the link to my school community in the description of this video, and I will see you in the next one.